Our group visualization project aims to illustrate the impact of energy transition on global trade dynamics. Specifically, we focus on the solar panel industry, which has been a critical player in the ongoing geopolitical race. With increasing investment in solar infrastructure, countries are vying for a competitive edge in the emerging market. However, this has also resulted in trade dispute between nations, particularly between China and the US.
Okay, so our first visualization is the overall changes in the trade balance of photovoltaic-related products between China and the US. Can you show the graph?
Yes.
Okay, so the background is in 2017, the United States International Trade Mission launched an investigation into imported solar panels, including those from China. So we can expect a large decrease of China's exports of related products. And also in 2018, the Trump administration announced tariffs on imported solar panels and cells. So we can see that in the graph, the export sharply declined from 2017 to 2018 to a negative amount, which means that import of China is larger than export. However, when we see the total trade balance quantity, we can see that it is gradually growing, and from 2017 to 2018 and in 2021. That is, there are two reasons for that. The first is, although the trade balance of China's export, although the trade value of China's export declined, but China's photovoltaic industry was already highly efficient and has significant economies of scale, so that they can continue producing solar panels at low cost, even when the tariffs in place. And the second reason is that the demand for solar panels continue to grow, so that although the primary value decreased, the quantity still increases. Okay.
So we further build on the part that Xinyi just showcased, because within US investigation into China's solar panels, they also made the quote unquote accusation that China is exporting its solar panels to the Southeast Asian countries. So for our second graph, we illustrated the trade balance between China and 3 other Southeast Asian countries, as well as the US. We trace back the data in the past 5 years, and we want to illustrate both the upstream and downstream data. So I selected silicon, which is the major component that goes into solar panels, as well as the solar panels. If you can help me to illustrate, can you choose the year 2018, and choose the photovoltaic cells? As we can see, in 2017, the US launched the trade war on China, which drastically decreased the export of Chinese photovoltaic cells to the US in 2018. But if you see the data from 2019, if you can scroll down, choose 19. The data is gradually increasing, as well as you can see in 2020. It's gradually increasing until in 2021. Because of another investigation that US launched on China, the export drastically decreased in 2021 to the US. But we can see that while it's decreasing on the US side, the export to other Southeast Asian countries such as Vietnam and Malaysia increased. And to further strengthen our previous assumptions, we obtained the import data on photovoltaic sales from the United States and from in the past 4 years. You can scroll down for the third graph. What we did is that we collected the import data on the US side, all of their imported photovoltaic cells, and we the data from 2017 is not available, so we'll only visualize the past 4 years. And we made a table that illustrates the top 5 countries where the US imported their solar panels from. You can see in 2018 to 2020. 2020, China lead the competition, and US imported most of its solar panels from China until 2021. The investigation that I just mentioned, and China become the second one. And it's interesting to see here that Mexico become the top importers of the US solar panels. This may be explained by the tariffs that United States placed on Southeast Asia afterwards, which prompted the trend of exporting solar panels to Mexico. And that is my part.
So next we have the word clouds for solar panel trade. This is collected from 50 journal texts on solar panel trade between China and the US. We can see that in most of these documents, the keywords are growth, power, economic, domestic, exports, government support, technology, environment, and so on. There are many frequently appeared themes from these terms, along with the context of the US and China trade war currently taking place. For instance, growth likely refers to the expansion of the solar panel industry in both China and the US, and the potential for further growth in the future. Power could refer to a number of things, including the use of solar power as a renewable energy source, the economic and political power of China and the US in the global solar panel industry, or the potential for solar power to empower individuals and communities by providing access to energy. Economic may refer to the economic benefits and impacts of the solar panel trade between China and the US, including job creation, economic growth, and the potential for new markets and industries to emerge. Domestic may suggest that the production and consumption of solar panels within each country's domestic market, as well as the potential for domestic policies and regulations to impact the solar panel trade between China and the US. Exports could mean the export of solar panels from China to the US, and the potential for this trade to drive economic growth and create jobs in both countries. Government support might refer to the role of government policies, regulations, and subsidies in supporting the solar panel industry in both China and the US. And that would be my part. And I'm going to stop sharing the screen so that Han-Yi can finish her part with the map.
Okay. This map shows the funding status of the solar industry in the United States. The Solar Energy Technologies Office, SETO, accelerate the advancement and deployment of solar technology in support of an equitable transition to a decarbonized economy. SETO provides funding to a range of entities, including national laboratories, state and local governments, universities, nonprofit organizations, and private companies. The object is to enhance the affordability, reliability, and effectiveness of solar technology on the national grid. The active and inactive project can be viewed on the map. And even looking only at the active project, it's still a significant number. Additionally, the project can be sorted and filtered according to the varied criteria, such as program area, funding scheme, or other status. Okay. You see like that. The database includes information on projects dating back to 2007, sourced from project applications and documents negotiated with the Department of Energy. Overall, the solar industry funding map reflects the distribution of solar technology projects within the United States and also the state of solar industry investment in the United States. The amount of the investment shown in the map reflects the separate of solar industry and also reflects the importance of solar energy in the US trade. Okay, so that's it.